I'm halfway through my 7th book about ADHD, and I want to show you my lonely little blue sticky tab. The chapter is about memory, and the subsection is The Joy of Forgetting. The book, by the way, is How to ADHD by Jessica McCabe. She's a YouTuber. You should watch her stuff. People like me with ADHD have specific memory impairments. I have working memory impairments. In staff meetings when I was a teacher, everyone would just have heard what happened, and I would need to furiously write things down because I couldn't intake information as fast as everyone else. The How to Remember Stuff chapter goes into this in detail. But McCabe says that there are several joys of forgetting. One of them is that she often forgets her limits and will jump into a new project not remembering that she struggles with certain things, and that can be a tremendously useful attribute to just go for stuff. Because she is so inclined to forget things, she started a YouTube channel to document the strategies that she was learning about ADHD. In a word, she developed compensatory strategies. People ask me about my sticky tab system all the time. It's a compensatory strategy. The details are in the chapter, but we can have just as good a memory and even better memories in certain aspects to neurotypical people. But part of what we need is encoding strategies, having a trick to intake the information and encode it as we're absorbing it. One of the reasons I highlight things so maniacally and scribble so many things in the margins is because I can always find my way back to where I was if I lose focus and I'm thinking about other things. But by far and away, my favorite strategy for encoding is to intentionally hook a thing to an idea that I already know is in long-term memory. I intentionally hooked the ideas about exercise mentally to the concepts about exercise from John Ratey's other book called Spark, where he talks about the benefits of exercise on cognition. I remember BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the thing in your brain that makes new brain cells happen faster, that gets increased after exercise, because I intentionally hooked BDNF to RTPJ, which is a region of the brain that I learned about in a TED Talk by Rebecca Sachs in 2012. I memorized RTPJ because I thought it was cool, and now that it's in long-term memory forever, I can hook it to other stuff. And the real secret sauce is that each time you hook a thing to another thing, you strengthen all of the connections. This book is hundreds of pages long, but there are several components of it that are locked in my mind because I have associated them with other things that are locked in my mind, self-reinforcing everything because memory is associative. I literally wrote see page 261 in Broken Heart of America, and then on page 261 of Broken Heart of America, I wrote see page 2 whatever it is in that book. You don't need a mind palace to have a memory chain. Bonus points, by the way, if you cite part of the text to another part of the text. Share your encoding strategies below. Happy reading.